The sisters tried to squeeze their feet into the slipper, but it was no use. It was far too small for them.
Welcome back to Kiddies World with Makky. Tonight, we follow a girl whose kindness changed her destiny. Are you ready for a magical adventure?
Her name is Cinderella.
Cinderella was the light of her father's life. After her dear mother passed away, her father wanted to give her the one thing she desired most, a family to love her. He chose a new wife and brought home 2 sisters, hoping they would be the family Cinderella dreamed of. But tragedy struck. Her dear father fell gravely ill. Before he passed, he whispered that her kindness would always be her greatest light.
When he was gone, the house felt empty and cold. Cinderella was left alone with a family that didn't see her as a daughter, but as a servant. The suffering began immediately. They took her beautiful room and gave her the dusty attic. They took her fine clothes and gave her rags, but they couldn't take her spirit. Cinderella found joy with her animal friends, waiting for the miracle she knew would come.
And then the royal invitation arrived. The king was throwing a ball. It was the moment Cinderella had been waiting for. The news spread like wildfire. Every maiden in the land was invited to the palace. Cinderella's heart raced. Could this be her chance?
You may go if you finish your work and find something suitable to wear.
Cinderella worked harder than ever. With the help of her little friends, she fixed her mother's old dress. It was beautiful. But when the sisters saw how beautiful she looked, they grew jealous and mean. "That's my ribbon! That's my lace!" they screamed, tearing her dress to pieces.
They left for the ball, leaving Cinderella all alone. She ran to the garden and wept, thinking her dreams were gone forever.
Suddenly, the air began to shimmer. A swirl of pink starlight danced around her. A miracle was happening right before her eyes.
Don't cry, my dear.
Out of the stars stepped her fairy godmother, ready to change her life.
A pumpkin for a carriage, she said. Magic was everywhere.
And for the final touch, a gown made of the clouds and starlight themselves. Cinderella looked like a true princess.
Now go, but remember, at the stroke of midnight, the magic will end.
Off she went to meet her destiny. The carriage pulled up to the most magnificent palace. It was glowing like 1,000 suns, and the air smelled like magic.
Inside, the music was playing and everyone was dancing. But suddenly, the room went quiet.
Someone very special had arrived.
Cinderella stepped inside. She looked breathtaking. Her gown sparkled with 1,000,000 tiny stars. The handsome prince couldn't believe his eyes. He had never seen anyone so beautiful. He walked straight toward her. He bowed low and asked, "May I have this dance?" Cinderella's heart sang as she took his hand. They danced across the floor like they were floating on clouds. It was like the rest of the world had vanished. The wicked sisters watched with envy. They didn't even recognize the beautiful girl in the pink gown.
My ribbon.
Cinderella was so happy she forgot all about the time, but the clock was ticking closer and closer to midnight.
Dong, dong. I must go, cried Cinderella. She ran as fast as she could. In her hurry, one of her beautiful glass slippers fell off and stayed behind on the cold stone steps. The clock struck 12. Cinderella reached the bottom of the stairs just as her beautiful gown began to fade.
She jumped into the glowing pumpkin carriage. "Hurry!" she cried to the fox. The magic was almost gone.
Poof! In a cloud of pink smoke, the carriage turned back into a pumpkin, and the horses became tiny mice again.
The prince searched everywhere for the girl who wore the glass slipper. He wouldn't rest until he found his true love. He traveled to every house in the village. Finally, he reached the cottage where Cinderella lived.
The sisters tried to squeeze their feet into the slipper, but it was no use. It was far too small for them.
Then Cinderella stepped forward.
May I try?
How dare you!
The slipper fit perfectly. It began to glow with a magical light, and everyone knew
She was the one!
the prince had found his princess. He took her hand and led her away to the palace, where they would live happily ever after. And they all lived happily ever after. Good night, little friend. Wow, what a beautiful story. But do you know why Cinderella's magic was so strong? It wasn't just the dress or the carriage. It's because she was kind to everyone, even when things were hard. Always remember, little friends, kindness is the most powerful magic in the whole world.
Keep being kind, keep dreaming big, and sleep tight. See you next time on Kiddies Roll with Makky. Bye-bye.